All right, welcome back, guys, to the Hits Objective podcast, where we hit the objective and manifest the goals and dreams that we truly aspire for. And today we're going to be talking about self-doubt. And of course, your action plan for success. How are you going to get yourself out of this self-doubt? It's something that I think affects everyone, irrespective of your level in life, no matter how successful you are. I feel that everyone has these periods where they're not quite sure, or they don't feel quite strongly about their next move. And that could really hit you hard, especially if it's something quite serious, or if it happens to be something that is in direct alignment with your purpose. It could really drive you and be nerve-wracking. But of course, today I'm going to lay out 4 simple ways. I would just put it, like you could say, in a process that you could get over self-doubt. Because trust me, successful people go through self-doubt all the time. It's just that they rise above these adversities and you just don't see it. You know, it just seems normal. It seems like they just go in through a regular day, but it could be so hectic up there in your brain sometimes. And you really have to have some kind of a strategy or some formula of how you're gonna break through that self-doubt. We're gonna start off with setting the pace for a small start. And the reason for this is we're not used to sometimes leaping into action, and sometimes it takes some time for the body or the human brain to adapt to new things and new forms of, stimuli. And that could, of course, throw you off at times if you're just trying to leap headfirst into this huge project or into this huge relationship where you want to get married, or it's probably something grand, and it could really throw you off sometimes. But setting a small, you could say, minimalistic start, something that you could digest, something that's workable for you, it really allows alignment for adaptation, which leads to, of course, you becoming more acquainted with whatever action it is that you're trying to take for your life in regards to your success. All right. So starting small is a key factor. I talk to people all the time, and they talk about their stories and tell me what they really want to do in life and tell me where their head is at. And I think everyone has this magical story, this magical dream that they have for themselves and for their life. But often we don't really assume these dreams or get to these purposes simply because of this self-doubt. We really believe that it is low-key impossible to do some of the things that we think of. And I'll tell you that is completely incorrect. You can do anything that you put your mind to. And I know that it sounds cliche. It's like, well, yeah, you can do anything that you put your mind to, Michael. Yes, of course. Yeah, of course. Trust me, you can. And the problem with us is we have a problem with this thing we call time. We believe that we are the masters of time. Time in itself is already illusory. It's just a mental construct. And because of that, I think we've mastered the clock, so we've assumed mastery of time. But that is not so. And things take time. But time doesn't make things happen. You have to keep that in mind. You make things happen. You have the element of creation at your fingertips. And so you have to kind of stop waiting on time to manifest things for you, because you feel that, I've put the thought processing into this, or I've said this already, or I've put one action into this grand scheme of a plan that I have, and I feel that, time should align with what I'm thinking of. And it really takes me to the next step. And that really is setting realistic goals. It's almost as if we have this mental formulation that we can just do things that we see on TV. Now, guys, I know this could kind of sound contradictory to what I just said, seeing that I said that you could do anything you put your mind to. But let's be realistic, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes we tend to, we tend to go a little bit over and beyond. And this is not me saying again that you can't do anything. It really has to come in scheme with a proper timeline. I think that's what's super important. And sometimes our timelines, in accordance to our goals, they're just not very realistic. We tend to overestimate what we are capable of within a certain timeline. And I think what's important is that with setting these very small goals from the start, you start very small, it allows you to gauge on how things really happen. You know, guys, sometimes you have to put 10 years strong of hard work, right? No gains in return to get something right. For instance, marriage, right? Think about it. You don't just get married to someone in 1 year. People do that. It's kind of crazy, huh? But you don't just get married to someone in 1 year. You have to put hard work into this. You need to see if this is worth your time. And often, you find out in the end if it's worth your time. But at the end of the day, you have to give it a certain amount of time to understand it, to be able to know it, so you can decipher it. Why are you making goals that are just beyond the scheme of reality? We are living in the third dimension. We are living in a very material, physical world. And so if you're going to formulate in your mind that you want to drink a cup of coffee, you're going to have to get the coffee, get the sugar, get the hot water, put some alchemy into motion, and make your cup of coffee. And that's the thing, everything is in motion. So you have to ensure that you're in motion as well. And motion comes along with this time. And that's how things manifest. You don't just stay and think about doing something and then it just happens off the top like that. Maybe we might get to that point. Eventually, humankind may possibly get to that point, because thoughts are vibrations. And if these thoughts can relate outwardly, through your hands or through your physical action, and it means that in some way or form they're already possible with the light waves that are going through these frequencies. And so it means that it perhaps may be possible to just do something out of your thought processing, but we haven't gotten there yet. And so you have to go with the times. Today I'm drinking water. Okay, you need to go with the times. So that's part 3. Create a workable, realistic timeline. There's no way that you can assume something or assume your purpose and you're going off of some goofy mentality on how this is going to lay down. You need to have realistic goals set in realistic timelines, and you have to have realistic deadlines. And that takes me to the last point of it, which is holding yourself accountable. Super important. I've had to do this 5th video for the last 2 weeks, guys. And I just want to thank my sister for just staying on me. She has been asking me, hey bro, where is the video? What's going on? What's happening with the video? And that has definitely kept me on par, because just like any other human being, sometimes, we tend to get distracted. Let's just call it that. And I have had to do this video, and I haven't. And here I am doing it today. So thank you, Kiki, for, keeping me on toes on this. But that's the whole point, guys. Again, having people around you that can aid you in the positive movement that you're trying to encounter. That's really what it is. Self-doubt takes you absolutely nowhere. Your life is your masterpiece. You are the Pablo Picasso of this painting. You need to make it great. That's your purpose. Your name, again, is what screams out there when you're here and when you're not there. When you're dead and gone, people are still going to remember your name. They remember you for who you were and what you were doing. And your response to life is where your truest value comes from. Okay? Everything you're going to encounter in life along this weary, dreadful road is part of your purpose. And what's more important than the things that are happening around you is what you're doing about the things that are happening around you. That's what's key. Okay? There are people who were born in Saudi Arabia, Africa, you name it. All the third world countries they talk about, they always show you the bad side of. How the mainstream media works. The whole point is this is happening for real. A lot of people are dying out in Libya. A A lot of people are dying in Sudan. There's a lot going on out there. And if you're looking at this video right now in the comfort of your home, your vehicle, someone else's house, then definitely you're in a good spot. You're in a better spot than millions and millions of people. And that gives you the opportunity of purpose and option. You know, it gives you the opportunity of choice. And that's the power that you have, and you need to harness and make something great of it. So there's no need to doubt yourself and figure that maybe your time is done. Often people ask that question, you know, is it too late? Is it too late for me to get this woman? Is it too late for me to get this man? Is it too late for me to get this degree? Is it too late for me to get this job? Is it too late for me to say sorry? Well, sometimes it is. But is it? Question is, how much effort are you going to put into getting what you want? How much effort are you going to put into moving again and creating a momentum that is unwavering? How long is it going to take you to figure out that no one is going to come on a chariot to save you? That it takes you to make it or to break it. And that's the power that you have in this existence that we're in right now. Okay? So keep your mind focused on the things that can make you grow, not the things that will break you. All right? The things that will allow you to transcend into this person that is who they want to be. You know, your purpose here is not to be perfect. Your purpose here is to be the best that you could be. And you can be the best that you could be. You know, I find myself doing this scrolling as well, guys. I find myself being frustrated at myself for it. And holding myself accountable definitely works a lot, because you can't turn this off. The whole day, my mind will be telling me, Michael, you need to do this. Michael, you need to do that. Michael, why are you not doing this? Michael, why aren't you doing this? I don't know if you hold yourself accountable, but I do. And it works for me. And hey, it's just a positive way to go. You know, I'm not telling you to take a page from my book every single time I say something. Right? Just saying, it'd be wise to emulate things that work for other people if nothing is working for you, or if you want to try something new. You know, if you want to project a different element of yourself, sometimes you need to take a step back and take a page from someone else's book. It might be wise, it might be worth it for you and for your future. And of course, I just want to say something before I let you guys go, because it's been a little while since I've touched base with you. And that is thank you. Thank you to all the people who are viewing right now. Thank you to all of the 81 people who have subscribed. Big number. Okay? Thank you. Thank you to all of you who have given me support so far. I really appreciate it. If you're here for a good reason. And if you're here, you realize that it's about quality and not quantity. So it's not about the amount of views that I get. It's not about the amount of wows that I get. Happened to be recently, this lady just came to talk to me on social media and tell me about just, you know, about her story and stuff like that. And I'm not a therapist, but I'm just saying that it's about being effective. And I appreciate you guys for making me feel that way, even if it might not be real. And I know it is. So I was just saying that to be funny. But in any case, I really appreciate you guys for being here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Say something in the comments. Tell me something good. Tell me something that, ask me a question. I just might answer. Okay, of course, I'll see you guys next time in the next video. We're going to be going live very soon. We're going to have some different motions bringing into the ocean soon. And you need to stay tuned. I'll see you next time.